So last week we talked about dating while being a Christian. Now this week, let's talk about some of the boundaries that I think every Christian should set before they start dating someone. So stay tuned.
Hey, Blissful friends, welcome back to another episode of the Blissology podcast. I am your host, Cece, and I'm joined by my husband. This man is cracking me up here, guys. I'm sorry. It's like a no nonsense today. Okay, let's just put it this way.
Hey, everybody, this is Will, and welcome to another episode of the Blissology podcast. If this is your first time with us, please remember to subscribe and click on that notification bell so you can be notified when these videos come out. Now, this is a weekly podcast where we talk about
relationships here a lot. Okay, we talk about family, life, my no-nonsense husband, who's, acting weird today. I don't know what's going on, but we talk about a whole lot of stuff here, and it's, very friendly here on this podcast. Right, babe?
whatever she says. I'm good with it.
I'm good with it too. So anyways, guys, as you guys know, before we get into the topic of the day, we like to go into, I want to say, my favorite moment, which is the blissful moment. What is your blissful moment, sir?
Actually, I was on vacation last week, and in the week before, we spent a whole lot of time together. And
I feel like this was wait, was this a bad thing? Are we going to
we spent a lot of time together. We picked the kids up from school together. A couple of days we dropped them off together. It seemed that time was like out of control because I could never get the kids to school on time. But it was good. I mean, we spent some time together.
We spent a whole lot of time together. We went on a walk.
Yes. She got me going for a walk every morning. I think like 4 mornings out of that vacation. We went for a walk. So it was good. We spent some time. She got on my nerve. She even said earlier we've been
he got on my nerve,
arguing for no reason. That's what happens when couples spend a whole lot of time together. They normally do.
I don't think so.
They get aggravated over little things.
Yes. He's get on my nerve lately, and I don't know what's gotten into him.
She made me want to go back to work.
Listen, he was tired of being home. Okay, let's just say. The last 2 days, he was like, babe, I'm going to go for a drive. And I was like, okay, I don't know where you're going, but I know I could feel you were just tired of being home.
I don't know how people stay home. Well, I don't know too many people who stays home.
Because you barely take vacations for that long. Typically you take a week off.
And that's enough. And then you go back.
You took a week and a half. And on
that's too long.
I feel like after that Monday, I'm ready to go back to work. Although he was working, and he was working on his clients' stuff.
But the time that I was at was coded vacation, so it still felt like it's vacation. So I had no strict schedule to go by. Work gives us a few things, one of which is routine. Well, aside from the paycheck, but we have an established routine that we have to follow. Mm-hmm. And when you're out of that routine, things kind of get now for you work from home, so you already have an established routine that you follow.
Right.
So you're kind of in your zone. Me, I don't even eat on time.
You were out of zone, out of whack. You were very okay, do I eat lunch now or do I wait until 2:30? I think the whole time you were on vacation, you didn't have lunch until 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Yeah. And
typically you take lunch at 11:30.
My routine when on the days that I'm working, I get up at 5:30. I eat breakfast. I get the kids' food ready, and by 7:30 we on the road, get the kids to school, and then I literally cruise to my office. So it's like a stress-free moment. During vacation, I find myself waking up later rushing to get the kids' lunch together. And then this woman here, it seems like she's like, yeah, you're on vacation.
This woman here?
You know, the final preparation. She does that with the kids, like the hair and so forth.
I'm not final prep. You mean from the beginning to the end?
It's the final thing. I'm talking about
brush them, clean them, get them ready. How is this a final? Okay, yes. Go ahead.
The final preparation before we leave the house.
Okay, like the final touch to see if they're like clean, good to go.
Yes.
Okay.
And it seems like during my vacation time, it took the longest time ever. I could never leave. I mean, at one time I was like, I'm leaving the house 10 minutes before the time the kids are supposed to be in class.
How is this me?
Anyway, all of this, I'm back to my normal routine.
You
so
guys,
I'm good.
I feel some type of way. I'm just saying, I feel some type of way.
Sometimes people need to feel some type of way.
I feel like I'm being thrown under the bus. Like this is all my fault. You getting to the school late and I feel like you just, putting all this on me.
I'm outside, the car's running. I'm like, let's go. And there go the little one. And she's not helping her get out any quicker, Listen, so who should I blame?
The little one is very attached to me, okay? She always got to come back, give me hugs, and give me kisses. Oh, Daddy, wait, I got to give Mommy one more hug.
She get in the car and come out to come hug Mommy.
I can't refuse that. When you're a cute little baby, come out and give you hugs, and kisses. You can't say no. And then the thing is, she got to wave and it's just so cute. And it's not my fault. It's her fault. So don't blame it. Well, it is kind of my fault. I could have been like, okay, time to go.
Some people's got issues. So that's my moment. It was blissful, non-blissful. You call it what you want to call it.
It was blissful.
Well, spending time with the family was good.
And then the fact
that they stressed me out in the morning, that wasn't good.
Stressed you out in the morning, yes. And then the day before you went back to work, you had to work on a project with the kids, And that also was another. I feel like the day before, I was like, babe, I want you to just relax, watch a movie, don't go in the office and shut down everything. And then that's when clients had some kind of questions about system, all that. I spent the morning
trying to wrap up on a project, which it just kind of happened.
Which you were planning on.
And then she took me out to go get stuff done.
I wasn't planning though. It just happened to be. We were like, all right, we might as well get it done, get it over with, and which we did. But then later on that night,
I napped for 15 minutes.
True. 10 minutes because you were still watching the show and falling asleep at the same time because it was funny. And then the project came, he had to participate with the girls working on this project. We were all like, okay, all hands on deck. Let's get this project together. Let's get it going. And my husband was like, let me build a car. Let me build a bus and a school. We were just all going at it. And I kind of feel bad for him because I really wanted him to get some rest, watch as many movies as you want. Don't go in the office. Clients call you, don't pick up. You out of office, out of mind, out of sight. I'm not here.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
But didn't happen. But hey, listen, we were busy, all right? But
so that's the moment.
Overall, you had a good vacation. That's all that matters, right?
And
I'm sure your people I'm sure they were happy to see you. So
yes. I was glad to be back to work.
And I'm sure he was very happy to be back to work. I called him. I was like, baby, I missed you. I'm home myself. Although my mom called me several times because she knew that I was home alone. And she was like, just calling to see how you are. I know Will's back to work and all that. I'm like, I'm good, Mom. But I did miss him, though. Yes. But he didn't. He was like, I'm ready to go back to work. It's been too long. This woman really getting on my nerve now. It's time for me to go back to work. But anyways, it is what it is. I'm glad you had a great vacation, and I'm sure that this won't happen again. You want to take a 2 weeks vacation, so I'm sure it'll be like a couple days here and there.
Yes, I will make sure that that's the case. 2 days in.
Yeah. All right, sir. So now let's get into the topic of the day, which is what?
Let's talk about Christian dating. Now, this is all about setting boundaries before you start dating. I know we talked about some of the challenges I can run into, but boundaries are important. People need to know where the line is.
Listen, you sure need to know. You need to make sure. I think for me, when I was dating you, I did set some boundaries. I did set some clear physical, bound. I did told you, sir, listen, I'm not just any type of girl. As a Christian girl that I was in back in my days, and I still am. I'm a Christian woman. What's with the smile? What's with the smile, baby?
See? A man can't smile now. I'm just smiling. I'm just liking the fact that you're a Christian girl.
Okay, to some people in the audience will probably feel like, okay, well, Will is probably saying something. He probably saying that's not true.
No,
okay.
This is
let's
no
be
way
clear.
What I'm saying.
Okay, I was and always will be a godly fearing woman. But anyways, yes, I was a very much so of a Christian girl back in the days, and I still am a Christian woman, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And I did set some boundaries when we're dating. I think it is so important when you're dating someone, you want to make sure that you are on the same page with your boo, right? Like
I agree. I mean, it's good to be upfront and kind of draw some lines. This is what's acceptable and this is what's not. Mm-hmm. This way, if the person was looking for something else, they can kind of make their mind to say, okay, this is not going to work for me. Maybe I should walk on or adjust their expectations. But it's good.
Yes.
And not just for Christian. I think anyone who's dating anyone should set some boundaries and some expectations.
Yes. I think it's good to know upfront. Like, hey, listen, I'm not just who you think I am. I don't know who you have dated in the past. I don't know what you've been, who you've been with or whatever, but I'm just want to make sure that I let you know up front that these are my boundaries. I'm not one of the girls that you can take out to spend some time with at night.
You can spend time at night with someone. Night could be 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. That's nighttime.
That's work time. That's work time, okay? That's work time.
So what were some of the boundaries you had?
The ones that I had were, of course, I mentioned to you about no late nights. Of course, sex was...
Well, here's the thing with the late nights.
Okay.
I will go and hang out with her by her parents' place where they can keep an eye on her.
Of course.
And I could be there until 10 o'clock.
Yes. You even had a curfew, too. You had a curfew. 10 o'clock is not.
Yes, it's her parents need to be able to see where she was
and see what we're doing.
Yes, that was the late night thing.
Okay.
But yeah, so besides that, what were some of the other ones?
Sex was one of them.
Yeah, this woman really made me change some of my things that I was looking for. Word 2. Actually, but yes, it really made, and this was important, and obviously this was important to me as well, is to really lay out, because when we got together, we didn't get together to kind of like hang. I think both of us, we got together because we wanted to build something. Obviously, I was getting up in age, not that I was getting old.
You were old. You were like in your mid-20s. You were old.
Yes, I was in my mid-20s.
Yes, you were.
I guess I was ready to settle, and obviously that changes or kind of set the expectations that I had. So I wasn't looking to just get in and be out and run. So that allowed me to be a bit more flexible to the boundaries and obviously I'm a church going person as well. There's certain things that I believe in, and there's certain precautions that I believe we should take as young people to prevent things from happening.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. But yeah, sex was one of the things that was on the list.
Major. Because here's the thing. When you set boundaries up front, right? As a young woman, you are a church-going person. Of course, you would have people who have eyes on you. And yes, there's when we can start being a friend. We were friend first. You friend with this person, and then you get to know that person, and you start getting to know each other furthermore. But one thing that we did, we were never like going a date alone. If we're gonna do something,
well, we did it alone.
We did it later on, okay? Because I remember when we were in a group, we would go to movies together in a group. Yeah, like as a group, as a youth group, we'll go to movies together.
That's the only way she wouldn't get in trouble with her parents.
That's the only way my dad will allow me to go. Even though I'm going in a group, he still called to make sure that we are going.
I think till this day, I think her dad still called, make sure that she's good.
Listen, I'm a daddy's girl, and I think...
You know what? Yeah. Because typically wherever we go, her dad knows. You know, we're going to that restaurant. He knows.
Like last Saturday.
So I don't think I'm like fully married, you know?
After 12 years, I think you are fully married, baby. 15 years together?
Listen, I think there are eyes on me. From this point on, nothing is disclosed up front before we get to places. I would make plan and do not share those plans with you. And when we get there, I take your phone away.
I don't think it's going to happen, but I don't know where you're going with this. But again, back to when we were in the group. Back when we were dating. Yes, some expectations that I did told them, you listen, up front, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. You know, because we know how it is, and people do things that they think it's okay to do certain things with this new girl or whatever. But as someone, like if you date that person, you should definitely let them know that I am not about to let you take me to places that I don't feel comfortable with.
Yeah. And this is what, say, for instance, when you get in a relationship like this, you set the expectations. You have to make sure your behaviors will support that expectation. And here's one thing. No sex. But if you're hanging out at this person's place late at night, doing whatever, watching TV or whatnot, and it's like in the wee hours of the night, things bound to happen. So don't do that. Or you going out, you would wear the most revealing clothes. No.
And you know how guys are.
I'm not going to say we know how guys are. I think what's your reasoning for wearing the most revealing clothes? What, you tempting me? No, don't do that. So look at your behaviors and make sure that you're not projecting the wrong signal.
Right.
Or you're not allowing yourself, like for instance, I know we needed to go on a trip and your parents was like, you're not sleeping out. I'm like, we're sleeping in a hotel. No, it's like, you're coming home that same day. So we took the trip, and obviously they had their reasons. Yes, we could have been sleeping in the hotel, you know, put a pillow between us.
No, and then, you know damn right this wasn't going to happen. And then let's be honest.
Something maybe didn't happen. Or maybe something happened you just didn't tell anybody.
Then you wouldn't feel comfortable. You know that.
Yes. So don't put yourself in the position where things could happen.
You know, that's something that I was not allowed to stay late at your house when we were dating.
Well, my parents wouldn't let you stay late.
True. And the thing is, even if we weren't like inside a home, we were outside in the car, my parents would call me and be like, where are you? There was this one time, I think we went to a party. We were engaged or dating, and we got home late. It was like after 11 o'clock p.m. Okay, we got
That's
home
not
late.
even late now.
That's not late, but it's late for me because I had a curfew, okay? At 22 years old, 22, 23, I had a curfew. And I came home. My dad was actually waiting. My mom was right by the door waiting to see, and she was upset. Listen, this is how our parents are. When they have boundaries, and you got to make sure that your men know, hey, my parents are strict. There's certain things that we can't do, and certain things we can't stay out. And that's the thing. When we were dating, we couldn't do a lot of things that young people are doing now. You know,
go to a club and they starting at 11 p.m. We couldn't do that. At 11 p.m. you're like already asleep.
11 p.m. we yes. And the thing is too, as a Christian woman, there's a lot of things that, when you would come over to my parents' house, we would stay either in the front porch or in the living room.
I never hung out in your room.
You would. My dad would have killed you. Okay, I kill you now.
No, hung out in her room and closed the door.
Oh, you would give my dad a heart attack. My mom, you know your mother-in-law.
Oh, she would be banging on that door and like, open up. I want to see what's going on.
She would have probably like stop you from the moment that she's going to see what's in Cece's room. Where are you going? What are you gonna do there now? Oh, Cece got something she's showing me. Can you just wait in the living room and she'll bring it over to you? But yeah, these are the things that, it's good to let whoever you're dating up front. These are the boundaries that I have as a Christian woman. I
know some people may be watching this and think that you must have been boring dating you. We had fun. And this is the thing that people need to realize, that there's a lot of things you could do to enjoy yourself with the person you're dating that does not involve some of these things. Yes, we've gone to places during the daytime, of course. We'll do it in groups. but we,
the fact that you say of course, it's like, just so you know.
We've taken trips, we've gone
we're taking trips with my brother and his wife.
Yes, we had to.
We had someone watching me. Still,
your dad did ask me to watch your brother.
Yeah,
I'm just
right.
kidding, he didn't. But yes, so it wasn't boring. I mean, we did things to enjoy ourselves. Maybe very different than what some people would consider fun.
Right.
But fun can mean different things to different people. And obviously we're presenting this in a Christian way, but I don't think it should just be Christian.
Right.
I think it should be young people should have certain standards that they operate by, certain things that they should consider. Not the things that you do at certain level in life. Now,
right.
It's like, for instance, I know many kids, well, I've tried it. That was before I started dating you. I'm leaving my house at almost midnight to go to a party. Mm-hmm. And that party would last until 4 o'clock. Yes, that's fun. That's relaxing. But if I take my girl out if I take you 23 years old and I'm taking you out of your home, out of your parents' home that late. Now, we're all boys. But I'm taking you out of your parents' home that late to hang out until around 4 o'clock. Now, what kind of parents would you have?
Right.
What? Now that's me. Some people may think, hey, Will, that's unusual. You should enjoy that. Listen, I've had my party days, and I've had those late nights and those early mornings. In fact, I think I called that tired at work once because
I remember that you were tired.
So
yes, I remember that.
And I guess they loved me. They didn't fire me.
You were being honest.
So there's certain standards some of us, we've chosen to live by. And I think all of us should have certain things that we considered, okay, this is the norm for us and this is why it's the norm. Now, if late partying is your thing, do it. But I don't think that's the life I wanted or the way that I wanted to enjoy myself. But till this day, I still do things to enjoy myself the best that I could.
Absolutely, yes.
And yes, I may work hard. I may want to go to work. But when I'm out of work, I do things that please me and things with my family. Yes, she gets on my nerves sometimes. What can I say? I'm married to the woman. I need to tolerate her.
I just don't like when you say that, but okay.
I need to tolerate her. But that's what love is. I mean, I know the things you do, just like you know the things I do. But you're not going to kick me to the curb because I do them. Well, I hope not. Yeah, but, those standards are important. And the behaviors are important.
Yes.
Don't tempt your man or don't tempt your girl. Like I remember I never had abs. But if I had abs, I wouldn't be showing them and flaunting those abs in her face to make her want to touch. Before she'll be touching and then touching more, and before you know it, she's hanging out at my place at 11 o'clock and something happens.
Listen,
and that does happen.
Yeah, it does happen. It does. And I think the thing is, you just got to know yourself. You got to know, like, all right, now I see what you're trying to do, but it's not going to happen, And I know with us girls, we like wearing our tight clothes. And it's normal. We're going out with our man. We nice. Going out. We have our cuteness going on. Yes. And also, let me tell y'all this. Us Christian women, Christian girls, we are fun, okay?
They have Bible jokes.
Was that supposed to be funny? That was not supposed to be funny. I'm sorry. You don't play with the Bible like that. But yeah, we do have Bible jokes. But
there's such a thing as Bible jokes.
I don't know where he's got this going. But okay, we do. Because we do have fun. We do have our moment where I know some of you guys may think, Christian girls, all they do is read the Bible, the scriptures, and
yes, you go to Bible studies and that's all you do.
And nothing else. No, we have ways to have fun. Just because we're proper doesn't mean we're boring. Okay? Just because we go to church, we believe in God doesn't mean that we don't know how to have fun. We do. We just have standards. That's what it's called. It's called standards. If you don't know what it is, Google it. We don't go in people's house where we feel like we are. And here's the thing too. When I was dating my husband, I was not comfortable to be all upon his, all around his mom's house. Although his mom was cool and everything, we were very tight. Okay, we would have joke, we play cards or whatever you want to call it, but it wasn't like I'll walk around the house as if I'm like, okay, this is my man, I'm his wife already, so I own this house. Because my parents taught me better. Again, this is why I want to say this. Because we have standards, we know how to carry ourselves when we are at someone's place. Okay? It's not boring. It's called standards. That's what it is. Because no, seriously, we need to stop judging those Christian girls a lot, for real. A lot of you guys out there feel like judge us a lot because of the way we carry ourselves. It's because we believe that when we have certain disciplines, that the way we were raised, the way that our parents, taught us to carry ourselves wherever we are, wherever we go, we're going to carry that on. We're going to carry it on. So therefore, just because we have standards, just because we have boundaries, doesn't mean that we all that. We all that to God. Okay? But don't hate.
Some Christian women can be stuck up.
Okay.
I'm just going to come out and say that.
Listen, he called me this all the time. I don't get it. How are we stuck up? We not. Or I'm not.
Oh, you. I don't think it's because you're Christian you're stuck up. You just were born stuck up.
How am I stuck up? How? You know why God made me this way. But how?
No, how? I use the term stuck up.
A lot of time. And I feel offended.
By it, no, it's not in that sense. I mean, you carry yourself a certain way, a way that says, I know that I'm good. I know that I'm okay. I'm grounded in myself. I don't have to bow to anyone except God.
Amen.
Which is good because that portrays confidence. Amen. But to people, it's stuck up. Like some people are afraid of approaching her thinking she thinks she's all that, but it's not that.
And I never think of that I'm all that.
She just carries herself. Now, obviously, this
just
didn't have
standards.
This didn't have any impact on me because I have issues. I look beyond that. I don't care if you think you're stuck up. I'm just gonna do or say what I want to say. So that didn't take me. That didn't stop me from approaching her and hang out. Yes, if you're stuck up, you're stuck up. That's not for me.
You stuck up too? We are both stuck up people.
So
and we have two stuck up girls.
But when you have standards, to some people it may seem that you're out of reach. You think you're all that, and people may be intimidated by you. But hey, listen, if you know who you are, you know who created you, and you know the power that God gives you. Now, don't ever use that to put people down.
Right.
That's one thing I'm completely in disagreement with anyone who does that. They use their confidence to walk over people. No, don't do that.
Yep.
You know, but carry yourself high. And that goes for women and for men as well. If you know you're important, then act as if you're important. But don't make other people feel like they're less important than you are.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I mean by you stuck up. Yeah, sometimes people wonder, does she ever relax?
I do relax. I do relax.
And you know, sometimes Christian people can come across that way. You're like, what? Do you ever let loose or something? And yes, this is what I say. Sometimes they could be things that's fun to others,
right?
That to some people they're just not. When people feel
some people it's a waste of time.
It just you know, when someone feels so proud, man, I was at this party, this was going on, I drank this many beers. Like me, you come and tell me I don't even keep beers at my house. You come in here right now, you go to my fridge, I have water and orange juice for the kids.
Juice box.
And I keep some fruit, no, passion fruit, so I can mix with some rum when I feel like getting some. But that's it. See, some people feel like, man, I had this liquor, this type of liquor. It felt so good. I don't care about those things.
Yes, you don't.
Yeah, and some may see like, this guy, does he ever have fun? No. I can go to a party.
So now you
and
stuck
dance.
up.
I can go to a party and dance my ass off with no liquor in my system.
True.
I don't have to have that to have fun.
You're right. And this is considered stuck up.
No, that's not stuck up. Hey, listen, I let loose and relax with everyone, but don't think, now if I'm out with a group of friends, they're drinking, I'll grab a beer or two, but that's it there. Because when it comes to substance that I introduce into my body, just like coffee, I would not let myself get to the point where I have to rely on coffee to get my day started.
I do.
The same thing, I will not have to rely on alcohol to be able to have fun at a gathering. And I am crazy disciplined on that. I know that she's got nuts of her coffee. That's probably why she's not commenting.
No comment.
But and this is me saying that there's ways to enjoy ourselves and start our days.
Right.
If we develop the right discipline.
Absolutely.
And I do my best to not let any substance dictate how I feel.
Yes, or anyone too. Like,
now,
you know,
it's not because I'm stuck up. There's certain standards that I've applied to the way I do.
Well, I think
things.
someone said you too Christian-y. Someone told me that. Well, so godly, man. There's a lot of things that
I just don't know the thoughts that goes through my head.
They're like, there's a lot of things that he wouldn't do. Like, even if I would want to present this to him, he wouldn't do it. I mean, he is a godly man. We are godly, God-fearing people, you know. So therefore, I think the thing is, we have so much of high standards that sometimes we don't give a rat about what people do or say. But yes, besides that, back to the topic, absolutely keep your boundaries and make sure you have high standards of yourself. Don't care what people said, whether if they're like, this girl's too goody two shoes, you know, she's too, which I've been called this so many times. Whatever. I almost say, yes, I am.
That would be very unchristian of you.
Yes, I am. And I'm okay with that. And I don't think, you know, we should do a lot of things just to please other people. We got to do what's right for us. People don't accept who you are. Oh, well, don't change who you are because you're trying to be somebody else or you're trying to please someone else. Right?
And this is where, going back to dating, if you're dating someone, don't crush your values just because you want to make a good impression on this person or you want this person to like you. No. If they're going to like you, they got to like the things that are valuable to you, which means your faith, the ways that you do things. And that's why it's important to lay that out up front, because if you're really faithful in whichever religion or whatever, because you could be faithful and not belong to any denomination. You could be that. So if they're looking to build a long-term relationship with you and hopefully stay with you for the rest of their lives, those are things that they will be exposed to. They'll have to get used to them. And they'll have to be able to live with you being that way. So if those things are important to you, lay them out up front.
Yeah.
This is what I believe in, and this is some of the ways that I do things. Is that going to work for you? If it's not going to work for you, thank you very much. You can go look elsewhere. But
yes, and there's some girls out there who would definitely follow all the whatever list is. You know, you date someone, you get to know this person, you date him, and you set your boundaries, and then you don't have sex before marriage, and after you married, then you can do whatever. There's a lot of people out there who truly follow all of that. You know, I don't want to call it a checklist, but
well, it may be a checklist or something. But this is one thing that I caution anyone who's really deep in faith. Remember, you live in a society and you are with people, which means don't take church literally, because if you do, you'll push people away. Like I've known people that says you can't put perm on your hair, you have to look
a certain way,
you can't wear pants if you're a woman, you can't wear any jewelry.
Right.
Now that's not the type of faithful I'm talking about, because if you're like this, what, you can't look good if you're going out with your man. Right?
The pastor say you can't wear wigs, you can't do lashes, no foundation.
So if
be holy.
But you can be holy and still take care of your body and still make your body look good.
And this is where you ask the pastor, what does it say that in the Bible that you can't wear wigs, you can't wear lashes, you can't do certain things? Show me where in the Bible does it say that. Then we'll talk.
So,
you know me, I'm gonna test them.
Understand that you live in a society that has evolved. Now, that doesn't mean you have to do all the craziness that happens. But if it comes to taking care of your body, make sure that you present your body in the best way. Understanding the relationship that you're in, and be able to be flexible with the person that you're looking to build your life with.
Right.
That's important. Because if everything you hear in church, you want to apply all of those things in your lives with no bending to really help build a relationship, then you'll push people away. That's why many Christian people sometimes they will become nuns, because no one can live with them because of how strict they are.
They're like, this doesn't apply. Oh well, goodbye. Next.
Well,
you know, if it doesn't work for them,
for instance, there's that time that they have to pray. That prayer time is that time, and if you missed it, it's a problem.
We gotta be disciplined. You know,
Listen,
time with God is important. This is why
I know that's important.
Yes,
but God is a forgiving God, and people don't realize that. And believe me, God will not punish you if you were supposed to pray at 8:00, but you didn't make it to pray until 8:30.
Listen, God, I haven't been. God understand me, because when my alarm goes off every morning at 4:30 to pray, and I'm like, God, I know you understand. I'm going to snooze it until 5:30. God, I know you understand. 6:00. Okay.
Or if the person you're with is not the type that like to pray in groups, and rather pray by themselves, and you're a group praying person, understand that.
Or
however you choose to do your thing, you're doing it for God. Because some people will impose their ways on you.
Yes.
Which is bad.
Which is bad.
Like, I'm a different Christian than she is.
It's true. True. You like old school.
I'm a different religious person than she is.
He is old school Christian.
I don't even know what that means.
Long prayer.
Hey, listen, I got it from my mom. My mom prays for you. She will pray for you.
Listen, our next topic will be about this man when he prays, okay? He will take an hour, 45 minutes.
Listen.
Even when we're eating dinner. I know we're getting off topic, but even when we're eating dinner. And I'm like, babe, you know you don't have to say all that.
I have certain things I have to touch on.
But
yes. She understands me. I mean, obviously she's trying to change me, but she understands me.
I'm just trying to help you out. That's all. You know, God says you help each other, and we're just helping each other in that. So yes, God understands, and if we have to we'll just fix things. We just help each other out. But yes,
There's some Christian people that does not understand that God understands and God is forgiving. And that's a problem. So anyway, set your standards, boundaries.
yes,
And when you did like a Christian.
yes. And listen, prayer is important, okay? It is so important for you to pray over your relationship, over whomever that you are dating, and ask God, is this the right one? Should I waste my time with this one, or should I move on?
Hey, there's a test to do. If you're going on a date first time with the person, you get in the car, just say, give me 5 minutes. Pray before the car move and see their reactions.
Don't do it. Let's see the second date, the third one, the fourth one. Then they'll be like, oh, and they're gonna say, "Oh, we doing this every day,
So yes,
every time we go out."
Every time we go out.
Then you'll know this is not it for you. Keep going. This is like the friend zone, like we talked about a few weeks ago. So he just stay in the friend zone. So let's just keep moving, okay? So, but yeah, seriously, pray over your relationship and ask God to send you the right man, because He will. Trust me, He
Or the
will.
right girl, or the right woman,
Or the
or the
Whatever.
right lady. Because you may get
He will
a lady.
send you the right person. Don't take any crumbs from anyone. Don't rush into any relationship that you feel like you're not ready to. Keep your boundaries, okay? I'm all about high standards. Keep them. Don't dress a certain way to attract certain type of people, because you guys know, you ladies know, when you wear a certain clothes, people get the wrong impression sometimes.
And
Maybe
you attract the wrong people.
it may be cute for you, but not cute. It's cuter to them. They're like, okay, I see you. But yeah, so definitely pray over your relationship, and you're definitely gonna get the right person.
She said it.
And set your boundaries, girl. Okay, we're Christian girl. We good girls, and there's nothing wrong with that. They just hating.
She said it.
I'm done. Period.
So on that note,
Period.
thank you for listening to our podcast on what's it about again?
Boundaries, okay?
Some boundaries you should set while dating. So thank you for listening. If that's your first time with us, please remember to subscribe and hit on the notification bell
And
so
like
you
the
can be
videos.
notified. And as she just said,
Like the video.
A lot of you have been watching lately, so we
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Part of our goal for 2022 was to really increase our reach, and that started to happen. So thank you to all of you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, God, first, okay?
Yes.
And thank you too for pushing on my videos, like get us to 1,000 views in a week or month. Listen, I'm liking it so far. 2022 is like double blessings,
happening.
double increase, and double full of trouble. Okay? Okay.
Okay, she said it again. So thank you very much. Thank you for listening to us, and please share this podcast to anyone you think it may
There
be
must be
beneficial
something on my drink.
to. Yes, she may be drinking alcohol. And don't forget to check us out on the audio channel, Spotify,
Shopify?
Apple. No, I didn't say Shopify this time. Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, and iHeartRadio. And on that note,
And
it
here
was
on
a
YouTube.
pleasure. I see they're seeing us here right
If
now.
you're watching, they could listen to the podcast. You know, if you're watching.
Well, check us out on YouTube if you're not listening to us on
Yes,
YouTube.
go ahead and subscribe while you're there. Don't just watch. Don't just watch. Subscribe, okay? Because we have views, and we also want the subscribers as well. And we appreciate you. Thank
All
you
right.
to all for liking and commenting. You guys know how much I love those, and I will respond when I get a chance. I will. I just been busy, okay? And I know you know that it's all love. And I love y'all too. And I'm done.
She said it again. So thank you very much. On that note, we'll see you guys next Saturday. Peace.
Bye.